Hey, you in there? Yeah, you. Wollongong now has a community television broadcast. And that's TV by us, for us, all about the gong. Now you may notice there's a fair bit of skating. Well, that's because a few of us here at Gong On are skateboarders. But don't be fooled, people, because in the coming months we'll be pumping out all sorts of interesting segments.
We'll show you local bands, give you community information and tell you about upcoming events. We're also going to show you amazing pets, give you gardening tips and tell you about the general buzz in the gong. And that's not even scratching the surface of what we've got in store for you.
The news you need to know is the news we're going to give you. So first up, let's have a look at the Santa Claus pub crawl.
Presents and haven't put them in the pile, there is a stockpile just inside the door. Just to let you know a little bit about what's going on tonight, we'll be leaving here in about 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to take some photos at the moment out of the footpath. Doing some out on the footpath. Bring me your camera, take photos. Jules, very good. Up the back there. A man with a tuxedo on. I don't get it, but it looks good. Okay, we got a man with a kilt on. We've got a couple of second timers. A Christmas tree just here, beautiful. Okay, and a lot of good reindeers this year. So if the reindeers can actually get in front and lead the parade, that'll be very good. Okay. So I think we're ready for some photos now. Nobody allowed out the front with a drink. So if you're drinking, polish it off, come out the front, get a photo, take a big group photo. Be patient because it's going to take a while, okay?
The Santa Claus pub crawl is in its 9th year. It's organised by a group of local guys from Wollongong University, namely Webby the Love Machine. The event kicks off at the North Gong Hotel. All punters are asked to bring along a toy for the local charity, and it usually gets donated to the Salvation Army for the Christmas appeal, so kids out there don't miss out on a present for Christmas. This year we had a huge turnout. Over 200 people turned up in their Santa gear, and we took the city by storm. People didn't know what was going on. If you saw us out and about in town and you want to know how to get involved, contact us at Gong On, PO Box 119, Fairy Meadow, New South Wales 2519. If you thought that looked like fun and you want to get involved, contact us at Gong On, PO Box 119, Fairy Meadow, New South Wales 2519. And next time you can come party with us. And now it's time to cross over to Shane
with news on the FMHQ.
Hey, I hope you like all the skateboarding that you're seeing today. It's good stuff. But if you want to see more of those local boys shredding, you've got to see Steel City. It's one of the first skateboard DVDs that's been released in Wollongong. It's got Joey Lyons, it's got Ryan Grant, it's got Stevie Allen, it's got all the local boys in it. Too many to mention, you've got to see it. Here it comes right at you now, a preview for you. Don't miss it, it's in your stores now.
and welcome to the first show of Amazing Pets. Today we're here in Fairy Meadow for the South Coast Herpetological Society's 4th annual show. We're going to be taking you through the show in a minute, and we're going to be showing you all different types of reptilians, from snakes to turtles to lizards. We'll also be talking with organiser Sue Mather, who's been a vet in the Illawarra for many years now, and she's also one of the local snake handlers. So let's have a chat to Sue. Okay, this is Sue Mather from the Herpetological Society, and who have we got here, Sue?
This is one of our water dragons, nice big boy.
What's his name?
He doesn't have one.
Doesn't have one at the moment, that's okay. So, just want to ask you a few questions today. How would people go about getting a reptile licence to own an animal such as him?
You contact the National Parks and Wildlife, they're based in Brisbane, fill in an application form, it's $60 for a 2-year licence. That's for grade 1 licence, and you can upgrade. Grade 1 gives you basic animals, diamond pythons, some dragons, stuff that's not going to hurt you and doesn't take as much care, and you can upgrade through the levels to include venomous animals.
The venomous animals, okay. So is there an age barrier to owning a reptile?
You must be 16.
16? So
That's
kiddies
valid.
if you're under 16, unfortunately you'll have to wait.
Or get mum and dad.
Yeah, get mum and dad to get one. Is it expensive owning reptiles?
Depending what reptiles you're keeping, it does cost a bit to set up and the actual purchase of them, but after that it's pretty basic.
So the upkeep is fairly inexpensive.
Expensive. As long as you've got the right feed, the right light and the right feeding for each animal.
And what is it that you'd feed a guy like him?
He eats fresh fruit and vegetables, crickets, small little bugs and things.
And what about the snakes? What do they eat?
They eat rats and mice, which you can buy frozen in Chinese takeaway containers.
Oh, lovely. Okay, and would you recommend having reptiles as pets to people?
Definitely, especially people in units and small houses.
Yeah, it's much
They don't-
easier than keeping
yeah.
a dog or a
They
cat.
don't need walking, they don't make noise. Yeah, they're great.
So how many reptiles all up do you own?
We've probably got about 60, ranging from venomous snakes, dragons, turtles, monitors and the pythons.
How easy is it to care for the deadly snakes?
My husband does that, Michael does.
Good idea.
He does all of that. But yeah, if you respect them and you have enough confidence in yourself, they're quite easy. It's just a matter of feeding and cleaning.
Has he ever been
cages.
bitten?
No.
No? Fantastic. Let's
Not
hope
yet.
he never gets bitten. So what do your children think of the snakes
I've got
and
2
the reptiles?
daughters. Emily's 10, she likes them. Kirsten's 12, she doesn't.
Oh, fair enough then. So, what are the requirements of joining the Herpetological
Just
Society?
filling in an application form. It's $35 for a family membership for the year or $25 for a single membership for the year. That gives you access to our monthly meetings. We have guest speakers. We do behind the scenes at the Zoo and Reptile Park. We have our annual reptile show, trivia nights.
So it's
monthly
just a
newsletters.
great social event
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well as being with the animals. So how
Definitely.
many members do you have?
We've got about 160 at the moment. After
Fantastic.
today's show, we'll probably have well over 200.
Oh, that's excellent. All right, well, how about we go inside and we'll have a look at what else is in there. Oh, that's
amazing.
that's so cool. Okay, so if that intrigued you and you like what you saw, all you need is one of these and you too can own a reptile. So once you've got yourself a licence, there's a gentleman named Brad Walker who is willing to teach you how to care for your reptiles. So he's hosting a reptile course, and if you'd like any further details, contact us at PO Box 119, Fairy Meadow, New South Wales 2519, or you can go to the website www.gongon.com.au. We'll see you next time on Amazing Pets.
G'day and welcome to the very first local Yocals for Gong On and ICTV. We're your hosts, Tonza,
My name's Lee.
and we're here to put the spotlight on you, the audience.
To help get us all acquainted,
Over the next few programs, Lee and myself will be sharing our own stories about how skateboarding came into our lives,
what it means for us today. We want to know what makes you tick
what skateboarding means to you.
and how you feel about the gong.
Look out, because you never know where we're going to be next or who we're going to be looking for.
So skate hard. And for now, here's Tonza's section to tide you over.
Yeah, my name's Tony Caruana. I was born in Wollongong Hospital and I grew up in Corrimal with my family. I'm 21 years old. First time I remember seeing a skateboard was my uncle. He was living with us when I was younger, and I remember seeing him caning down the street on this little shortboard that had been run over by a car, and he ended up giving me that board, and that was the first board I learned to ride on. Yeah, I was only about 8 or 9 years old, so riding a shortboard was perfect.
Where'd you learn to skate and who with?
Well, I guess I learned the basics in my own street, just by myself, skating my driveway at first, and then the hills around the house. And when I was old enough, I just ventured into Corrimal and skated anything and everything I could. All the primary schools, Memorial Park, Coles Car Park, Woolies, anything I could skate. I used to skate with a few friends from school. They were into it for a little bit, but they sort of didn't stick with it, and then I ended up skating by myself quite a bit. Well, I eventually discovered FMHQ, the Meadow, the Fairy Ghetto, or whatever you want to call it. Really opened me up to the wider Wollongong skateboarding community. I remember going out there when I was maybe 13 years old and seeing guys like Nathan Dent and Kerry and Shane Say and all the older guys just ripping and doing stuff that I never even knew you could do on a skateboard. It just blew my mind, and I started going there as much as I could, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week if I could. And that's where I met most of the people I skate with now.
And what's your favourite skate spot?
Have to say FMHQ, of course. I just grew up skating there. It's the best.
Of course. And what's your favourite trick?
Easy. Slog grabs everywhere.
Nice. And what do you think about the Gong?
Of course, it's the best place in Australia. It's got the beach, you got the mountains, you got everything. Some decent skate parks, and the people down here are great. Yeah, there's some really talented people in the Gong, and really talented skaters. Often they don't get as much recognition as they should.
Anything else to say?
Yeah, all you little shredders out there, keep skating, and I'll see you at FMHQ. Gong on.
I hope you all enjoyed that.
And remember, if you want to be a part of our show, write to us at local Yocals, PO Box 119, Ferry Meadow, New South Wales 2519. Until next time, Gong on!
Carcass Carnage here, how you all doing? This is a slam session where you get to see all the carnage. Anyway, stick around and enjoy the show. Catch ya.
Fair dinkum.
How was that? Carnage galore. If you want to see some more, tune in next week to Gong On.
I'd like to welcome you all here to Dapto Leagues. We're here for the Australian air guitar competition. This is the Wollongong division. The atmosphere here is electric.
Now, contestant number 1 here is Killer. He chose a bit of Guns N' Roses to rock out for his 1.5 minutes. So that's what happens, you get 1.5 minutes to rock out and do the best you can with your air guitar. We've got Chad here doing a little bit of Angus Young style, but it's not all just about style, it's also about the antics. And up here we've got Rick Starr showing us what it's all about.
Beer is what this is all about, you know. It's not about the music, it's about the 2 essential things in life, air and beer.
Now, Rick Starr was the 2004 Wollongong champion. He also moved on to the New South Wales Championship and took that out, ending up in the Nationals coming 4th. We did have some stiff competition for this particular final. Last year's runner-up, Jimmy Dangles, was super hungry for victory this year and pulled out some big moves, working the crowd as much as he could, and even came up with one of the most unbelievable outfits you've ever seen. Now, for those who think this is going to be a male-dominated sport, think twice, because next up we had Mystic, and she had a few things to add.
Now, do you think girls have an advantage in the air guitar championships?
Of course not, we're on par.
And on par she was, pulling out some great dance techniques to impress the crowd. While Mystic was showing some girl power on the stage, Gong On Inc. presenter Sonia Damoska was backstage getting the lowdown on one of the big stars.
So how do you think you went round 1?
Well, first of all, you grabbed me at a really bad time. I've run out of beer.
Is there any secret to looking good in those pants?
It's a firm body.
You don't work out?
Yes, I do. It's just on my way to the gym.
I get paid to do this. Do you really think I'd be here if I wasn't?
Some of the perks of being a rock star, of course, the rider of beers out the back, and the media attention.
Okay, boys, can you tell us which one of you spends the most time in front of the mirror?
Round 2 is a compulsory round where all the contestants go to the stage and listen to 1.5 minutes of a song they have to play air guitar to test their skills. Easy by Stevie Ray Vaughan was a compulsory round, and Killer would do anything, including taking his gear off, to make it into the top 3. Rickstar was banking on his technique and even going to the splits to make sure he got through to the big one. Jimmy Dangles was trying everything in his book, behind the back, under the leg, even a couple of flips to make sure he won the title. After a truly great night of entertainment, of course there has to be winners and losers. Taking out equal fourth was Killer and Chad. Mystic stepped up and took out 3rd place, while Rickstar took out the bridesmaid this year, allowing for Jimmy Dangles to take out the championship.
Give them all a round of applause. Tonight's contestants, the finalists, they've all done really well.
And of course Sonia was there for the match report.
Now, Rickstar, obviously, it's quite clear you've done something to upset the judges. What do you think that was?
I think I drank all the rider. Well, you know, you can't do everything, you know. You can't be the best beer drinker in Australia and the best air guitarist in Australia. You've got to make a choice.
Do you think your alcohol intake affected your performance tonight?
Everyone needs a passion, and my passion is the consumption of an alcoholic beverage.
It's good to see he's got his priorities in order. See, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when your priorities are back to front. You don't come anywhere near the front.
Yeah, top story.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you. Yeah, to God be the glory. Absolutely.
So, should we expect bigger and better things for the New South Wales competition?
Oh, mate, I'll do all I can. I'll just keep trusting in Jesus and he'll, whatever happens, happens, man. Like, yeah.
So you've put all your faith in Jesus. He's pulled you through so far.
He has done. I had a dream last night, and yeah, I thought something was going to happen. So
do you think there's a little bit of talent involved in tonight's win?
Yeah. I think God gave me some strength to get through it, so yeah.
Excellent stuff. All right, we'll have more of this contestant in the New South Wales competition. Thank you very much for that.
Hello, we're at Maddens Plains and we're going on the walk. We're at the murder sanctuary and Mark, Paul, Donna, Kai and Carly and me are going to conquer the outdoors.
One of the best bushwalks that Wollongong has to offer starts at Maddens Plains, up the top of Bulli Pass, which you access via the old Princess Highway to Helensburgh. It's an 8k walk and it ends at Stanwell Park train station, and as Mark's about to show us, there's even a bit of rainforest.
Stretches along for about 200 metres, I think, 200 or 300 metres, pocket of rainforest. You've got the rock wall of the escarpment, you've got the ocean here, the salt breeze comes up, straight over the pocket. Here's the pocket just there, you see that? That's the pocket there.
The pocket.
Straight over the top, westerly winds, cold winds, can't touch it, can't touch the pocket's like that. And then we've got a rainforest.